Query by Austin Small, who wrote under the pseudonym Seamark. Thomas Maelström looked dully at the little square of grey sky behind his cell window. He had come to regard it as something of an entity, something almost possessing life. It had a unique talent. It was the only thing in his cell that ever changed. It was a tiny, slow-moving picture in a world that was fixed and motionless. He talked to it in a low, uncomplaining monotone that was cow-like in its contemplative absence of expression. For 15 years he had been talking to various objects in his cell, reasoning with them vaguely on his one cankering grievance against life. Not that it was a grievance in the ordinary sense of the word, for there was not a scrap of resentment in the soul of Thomas Maelström, only a dim perplexity, a puzzlement that refused to submit to elucidation, no matter how earnestly he tried to think it out. All he asked of life was an explanation, a reason for the rather unfair thing life had done to him, and he could never quite get down to that explanation. It eluded him persistently. 1,000 times he had tried to think down to the real reason, and he had overdone it. Later he came to realize that was probably why he could no longer think as easily as he used to. "The trouble is," he admitted to the grey square, "I've been thinking too much. I've had too many thinks, a lot too many thinks. I know I have. Because now, when I try to have a really good think, all I get is a bad dizzy. And these dizzies make my head ache. I've been having too many of them dizzies lately." "But they can say what they like," he added moodily. "They can say what they like, but they can't say I killed Fred Smith. They can say and say and say, but that don't make out I killed him." He sat on the edge of his stool and fretfully fingered the leaves of the Bible on the white-scrubbed table. "Of course, the other trouble is," he said, "they think I did. That's where they got me. That's what makes it more awkward. It's not much use me saying I didn't, if all the time they tell me I did. They don't believe me any more than I believe them. They're the most awful crowd of liars I ever met. That long lanky chap in the black gown, he was the worst of the lot, and he was the start of it. Never heard such a lying devil in all my life. Stood up in the middle of the court, he did. In the middle of the court, mind you."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?